When I first came to New Zealand, I originally was in Queenstown, so I was an outdoor guide. So I was a canyon guide in Queenstown, and then a few years ago, kind of change of career, and then got involved with Delta, and then was based over in Alexandra, and then about a year or so, then got a transfer back over to kind of Queenstown, just because I love being over here, the mountains, and love all the adventure, and it's just all on your doorstep. So name's Rachel, originally from Wales in the UK, came over here about 4.5 years ago, and I'm an arborist at Delta. Trainee arborist, so I've been working with Delta for 2 years now, so still working towards my traineeship. Being a utility arborist, it's really important for us to keep all the lines clear, for all the residents to keep all their power. So yeah, we have lots of procedures and things like that in place to make all that happen and make sure it's safe for us as well. That's why we kind of have all the bucket trucks and things like that. But yeah, we do spend most of our time around the lines, just making sure that it's clear for all the people around to get all the electricity every day. Yeah, I love being outside and just being amongst nature, up in the trees and having all the birds flying around, so you got all the fantails and things like that. And amongst us when we're climbing up the trees, that's such a beautiful experience. And when you're out and about, you can look at all the views around Queenstown as well, so it's such a beautiful location to be. There's a big mixture in what we do. There's certainly, especially being a trainee, there's a lot of things that you might not have come across before, but as I said earlier, there's a lot of people that you can ask and draw upon knowledge, but there's always scope that if you want to give something a go, all you have to do is just ask, and as long as it's the right environment to do so, then the crew will come together and say, this will be a perfect one for you to do. We start early, but the time that we finish later in the day, there's still time for lots of adventure, and we still have the weekends to play. So if I'm climbing trees during the week and chipping and all the kind of things that come with being an arborist, but then at the weekends can go canyoning and mountain biking, and everything's just kind of all on your doorstep really. 2 years, I feel like I've learned so much, and it's just ongoing. I feel like you'll never learn everything about trees. You're always learning. There's even people that I know that are 10 years into the industry and they're still learning, but I just feel like it's really important to kind of keep building, because there's always something to learn every day. Been in the outdoors for the last kind of 12 years. The jobs that I've always been in have always been 90% male dominated. So for me, I've kind of been with it all my life, but I certainly kind of think, don't worry about it. If it's something that you'd like to get into and you're passionate about it, just get amongst it really. And it's surprising, even after meeting up at Delta 2 years ago, we've then had some young girls coming to join our crews as well. And then it's really interesting to kind of get to know them a little bit more, and just because women think in a different way to men as well, so it's kind of like really nice to draw upon them and what they think and what they've learned, just because they'll see things in different ways. So that's always really nice for us. But yeah, it's kind of a case of if it's something you really like to do and you're passionate about it, then just give it a go. It's really good.